Boy, oh boy, we're back. It's been a couple weeks since the last video, but best believe it, we're back in action. We got something a little bit different today. Firstly, we're sipping coffee in the video. It's been a little while. Today I'm drinking some Indonesian from the barn. It's a beautiful coffee. I wish you could experience what I'm tasting right now. Boy, oh boy. Also, we've got a microphone, so I guess it's showbiz time. I guess we've made it. I guess we're in the limelight, but I hope this sounds a little better. How's that sounding? You tell me. But the main reason why this video is going to be different from the rest is because I'm not running. That's right. It's been 6 weeks since the marathon, 6 weeks since I finished the Brighton Marathon. When I crossed the line and I couldn't walk anymore, chances are I did a little damage out there because my knee still isn't right. Whatever it is that I have, the IT band syndrome, the runner's knee, I don't know. I'm going to see a physio tomorrow, but the issues haven't subsided. And it's been a tricky time. I was putting in big weeks before the marathon, 7 or 8 hours of running a week, and it's taken a toll on me mentally. You know, I really can't lie. I have had so much time to sit around and just think about how much I'd like to be out running and watching and listening and reading about running. It's been a difficult time. And, you know, I hope as runners, for all of us, I hope that we can run scot-free, you know, in a nice balance between rest, recovery, being active, you know, without running into these issues. But, you know, unfortunately this time around, I've hit a bit of a wall, and it looks like I'm going to be out for a little while. Hopefully not too much longer, but it's been a tricky time. So for any of you that have been through injury before, where you've had to stop running, you might be able to relate to a few things in this video. For all of you who, like myself, haven't been injured until now, for me, maybe this is something to just consider, you know, while you're out running and enjoying those miles, because boy oh boy, I can't wait to be back out there. But this video, in many ways, is going to be 5 things that I've been doing to keep myself on track during this period of being injured. As I say, it's been 6 weeks for me. It hasn't been an entirely easy time, and to be honest, I wish that I would have known about these things at the start of my time of being injured. So let's jump into it with number 1. The first point on this list is to spend that time that you would be running, or at least some of it, brushing up on your knowledge of running. So this might be reading a book like The Lost Art of Running by Shane Benzie. It's an amazing book about running form and practices that you can include in your weekly running schedule, just to keep yourself just in a good posture and to almost learn the best way to move your body. You know, there's no one size fits all for running form. We really have to adapt our own style, our own posture into moving in a nice balanced way. I'd really recommend checking out Shane Benzie's book. But other than reading, you might enjoy listening to some podcasts. I've really enjoyed the Jog On podcast recently, and also the Sweat Elite podcast, which I previously mentioned on this channel. And whilst you're sitting around not running, you might also enjoy watching some things about running. Now, I would really recommend watching the Barkley Marathons movie. I found it on Amazon. I think I rented it for £1 or £2, but it was fantastic. It's well worth the watch. I'd also really recommend watching the Fiona Oakes movie. It's called Running for Good. My goodness, I absolutely love Running for Good. I think you can find that on Amazon. But rest assured, my time listening, watching and reading about running during this time has allowed me to just really appreciate how grateful I am for running, to build my excitement to get back out there. But in a way, I almost feel like I've been working out my mind, you know, by reading about all of these experiences, almost researching the craft that I love. You know, it's been really interesting. And the second point on this list that I've made is to really dive into S&C, rehab, recovery. Now, it might seem obvious that when you're injured as a runner, the thing that we all want to do is get out running as soon as we can. But I can tell you from my own experience during this time that I have been really lazy with my S&C. So my strength and conditioning, the thing that's probably going to get me out running again quickly, I actually haven't been that motivated to do. I've just wanted to get my running shoes on and go out for a run. And this probably isn't a surprise, to be honest. I mean, I love getting out and just seeing the world. You know, I live in East London and I'm so grateful for all the little parks and the canals and just like the amazing environment I have on my doorstep. But instead, I'm sort of sat indoors doing these workouts like stationary squats and like lunges, it's not that fun really in comparison to getting out running. But actually, this is what I need to be doing to, you know, strengthen up my body, in my case strengthen my hip flexors, and to work on all my weaknesses so I can get back out there ASAP. But I would really recommend just making a note in your phone, making a reminder, or just writing on a piece of paper your Monday to Sunday, you know, what are you going to be doing, what's in your timetable to help you, you know, move towards your goal of eventually getting out running again. Had I known that my injury was a little bit more serious than I thought, I would have been to a physio sooner. But it goes without saying that if you have the opportunity to go to the physio, if you have the financial means, it's probably best to do that as soon as you start to feel something. You know, maybe something that persists longer than a few days or a week, maybe that's the time to go. But lesson learned there on my part. So moving on to the third point in this list, and that is cross training. So similar to my stationary squats and my lunges that I've been doing, I've been enjoying getting out on my bike, although I'm not sure this has entirely helped my injury. I'll find out tomorrow when I see the physio. But had I had access to a swimming pool or maybe even a gym, that might have actually helped this recovery process. And it might have even ticked that box in my mind that wants to get out, you know, running around. As I say, being on something like a stationary bike or just being in the pool might have actually just stimulated that part of me that wants to get out, wants to adventure. Who knows? But again, if you have access to those facilities, this might be a great time to just take it easy on the running, put the running shoes away and pick up the goggles and the swimming cap. Maybe that's all we need to just speed up the process and keep our mind ticking over. What I found especially difficult during this time is just finding a way to stimulate myself, to give myself that feeling that I would have had if I'd been out at 7 a.m. for a quick run before I have to get ready for work, or even on the commute to work. I used to love running to and from work, and now I'm just sitting on the train and I just feel a little bit dull and a little bit flat. And I can't lie, it's been hard to process this time mentally. But as I say, I wish that I had found the knowledge that I found during this time prior to being injured, because it would have made the whole process a whole lot easier. And actually, if I do find myself getting injured in the future, I hope that I'll be able to revisit this video and brush up on a few of the things that actually might make this all a lot easier. Moving on to number 4, and this is all about practicing patience. These things, let's face it, are inevitable. We're going to get old, our bones are going to get sore, and we aren't going to always have the ability that we have today. So I always say on this channel that when we find gratitude, we can find peace, but no time better to do this than when we are injured and when we physically can't run. Just taking the time to appreciate how good we have it when we can get up and run, when we're healthy, when we're fit. Wow, what an amazing gift that is. And during the time that I've been injured, I've been to see a Super League Triathlon Arena Games. I saw that in the Olympic Aquatic Centre with my dad. It was absolutely amazing seeing the likes of Alex Yee and Jess Learmonth and Georgia Taylor Brown. It was just so amazing to see these guys just absolutely smash it. And I was standing there with my sore leg, but I still had that stimulation. Like, wow, this is so exciting. I also saw the Vitality London 10K. Alex Cross took the win from Mo Farah. It was absolutely amazing to see. I also saw the 10,000 night of the PBs in Highgate. That was absolutely amazing. Had the pleasure of meeting Cole running at that event. Really inspiring stuff. But just taking the time to appreciate the sport that we know and love, even though that I can't be a part of it myself, just to really appreciate all what is out there for us, and what so many of us can do. It's just such a beautiful thing, and I think we really have to remember that not everyone has this opportunity. I had a realisation a couple of weeks ago that actually we don't have any right to get up and go out for a run. You know, we don't have any God-given right to do any of this. It is all a luxury. You know, we have fortune to be able to put on our running shoes and get out for a run. What an amazing, amazing gift that is, and I don't think we can be forgetting it anytime soon. So the 4th point is all about practicing patience and gratitude. Moving on to the 5th and final point, and that is to have a look at our diet. So for me, I've spent this time really trying to eat clean, to speed up my recovery process, and just to make sure that I still feel energized even though I'm not getting that daily stimulation of going out for a run. So I've really been enjoying a lot of beetroot. I'm up to my beetroot intake since partnering up with Beat It, and I've got to say that I do generally just feel so much better. I feel stronger in my S&C workouts. I can hold my plank for longer, and I generally just feel so much stronger, which is a really good bonus. Aside from upping my beetroot intake, I've also been taking spirulina every day. I don't think I need to talk about the health benefits of spirulina. It's so well known, but it's really worth having a Google for yourself just to have a read up on spirulina. I won't say that it tastes particularly good. My girlfriend actually really hates it. It's hilarious to watch her drink it every day. I don't personally find it awful, but it definitely isn't the highlight of my day. But aside from spirulina, I've also been taking aloe vera concentrate. Again, there's so many health benefits to taking aloe vera, and just incorporating a bit of spirulina and aloe vera into my sort of daily intake, I have felt a bit of a difference. So I guess we'll see with time. I think it goes without saying that improving our intake will in turn make us feel better, but I think it's always important to just make sure that we're getting everything that we need in our diet, and particularly when we're recovering, we need to stay on it with hydration and making sure that we're getting our essential vitamins and minerals, because of course it's so important to keep our bodies in check. So with that being said, if you're sat at home injured right now, please know that you're not alone. I, for myself, can't get out for a run today. I'm going to go out for a walk to the shop shortly, but I'm going to be doing a little bit of S&C today. I'm going to sit down and read my book and just try and take it easy. It's hard. It doesn't get to a point where I'm used to not running. 6 weeks on from the marathon, I'm just itching to get running again. I hope that this video has been useful to some, and even if you've just taken one thing from this video, please consider leaving a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help. Please leave a comment down below if you think I've missed anything from this list, or if you just have any questions about my own recovery process from this injury. But I'll be making another video shortly documenting what happened at the physio, which will be happening tomorrow from when I'm making this video. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Please continue to find gratitude and find peace, and I'll for sure see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.